What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about XPENG, ticker symbol XPEV. Now, they just absolutely crushed their sales numbers and delivery numbers for the fourth quarter of 2020. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm going to play all of these Chinese electric vehicle stocks that are doing so well. So make sure you stick to the end of the video to make sure you see how I will be playing these. Now, before we get into all of the information about XPENG, if you enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you're never late on any one of these new videos that I put out, and you can stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and maybe even learn about a couple of new ones. When looking at the chart of XPENG, we can see that it really went on an absolute moon mission up into the $70 range from the mid-teen range and kind of had to come back down due to it being extremely overextended. Now you can see it's up 6% today on the numbers that I'm going to be discussing in a minute, but since it's come down so much off highs, I think XPENG and the ticker symbol XPEV has a very high chance of going way up in the future. So now if we take a look at the exact sales numbers for XPENG in 2020, we can take a look and see that they announced their results, and they had a record monthly delivery of 5,700 vehicles in December 2020, a 326% increase year over year, and a 35% increase month over month. That's insane growth for an electric vehicle company. Now, they also had a record quarterly delivery of 12,964 vehicles in the fourth quarter of 2020, and that's a 303% increase year over year. And they actually sold 27,041 vehicles in all of 2020. Now, if we can compare these sales numbers to the sales numbers of NIO, we can see that they're pretty similar. NIO sold way more cars in total this year, but XPENG really has been catching up to NIO in the last month, in the last quarter. So we can take a look and see that XPENG had record monthly delivery of 5,700 vehicles in December. NIO had 7,007. Now, 2,000 vehicles is a lot, but if XPENG can keep increasing their technological advancements and delivering cars into the European market, we can see these numbers get a lot tighter. As we can see here, 17,353 vehicles in Q4, and XPENG's was 12,964. Now, XPENG didn't really come close to NIO in terms of the yearly sales. We can see that NIO delivered 43,000 vehicles in 2020, and XPENG only delivered 27,000. In addition to this, XPENG also recently received a price target raise from Bank of America, and they were citing the company's expansion of its free charging program and new products. So Bank of America maintains a buy rating on XPENG and raises the price objective from $43 to $51. Now that's a very big price target jump. So they note that XPENG's free charging program was available in 100 cities as of December 29th after launching with 24 cities in late September. They're targeting 200 cities in 2021. The firm says the program improves customer satisfaction and will be positive to XPENG's volume sales growth in the long term. So what exactly is this free charging program? So if we come over here, XPENG announces a free charging plan, 3,000 kilowatt hours for each car per year. That's pretty substantial. That's going to get you a long way. Now, NIO has a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack right now, so you could charge that battery about 30 times before you would even need to actually pay for charging with an XPENG car. Now, that's pretty sweet. We can also go down and see the firm also highlights XPENG's A-plus class sedan that's slated for 2021 with likely delivery in Q4. They will also release an updated G3 SUV and a version of the G3 with a lithium iron phosphate battery at a lower price. Now, that's a very big thing for the electric vehicles right now. The batteries are super expensive. If they can decrease the cost of the battery, their profit margins are going to rise substantially, and they're going to be able to make more money. Now, Bank of America also expects continuous cost reduction on the battery to help improve its vehicle margin and profitability, like I just said. Now, they also say that downside risks continue to exist, including intensified competition from Tesla and other EV startups. Now, Tesla has said that about 47% of all of their sales are going to come from China in the next few years, so XPENG is going to have its work cut out for them. But I think their most competition is coming from NIO. Now, NIO has had a pretty big reversal this week. They have NIO Day coming up, and I'm going to mention some of the different plays that I have to play the run-up of these electric vehicles from China going into NIO Day. So if we take a look at the option chain for XPENG, we can see that right now the stock is up 7.5%. It was up 8% at the start of the day, or at one point during the day, and we can see that the options for the January 15th expiration date that covered NIO's event. Now, you would play the other Chinese electric vehicle companies, because we saw in the fall that when NIO went way up, so did XPEV and LI. So you kind of can make the assumption that if NIO starts to have a big run-up, then these companies will too. The options are up pretty decently today, and the open interest on this chain is pretty decent. There's nothing that I find pretty outstanding or unusual. The $50 strike is pretty interesting. These are up about 50% today, and about 1,000 of these were traded. So I'm not playing at XPEV for all of these new technological announcements from the electric vehicles in China. What I'm doing is I'm playing LI Auto. So now this is the cheapest one. I think it has the most opportunity to run a lot, and I'm playing the January 15th $35 strike. So these are up about 50% today, so that's pretty good. It does have a high implied volatility, but I'm not all that worried, because if these go up a decent amount, I'm just going to sell and take profit. You can see the open interest on these is 6,278, so not bad. And 874 of these contracts have been traded already today, and the market has only been open for 25 minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see where these go by the end of the day. The 37s are getting a lot of volume. So 55,000 of these contracts have been traded in the first 25 minutes. Now, that could be selling contracts. It could be people liquidating their position, because these contracts are up a lot today, so people might want to be taking profits. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had to say, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out with this channel, and it helps me get all this information out to more people. And I just want to thank you guys again for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I extremely appreciate it. We're going to have a great 2021. I'll see you guys in the next video.